Yeah, I'm gonna send you that thing. And I ain't gonna say nothing else about the show. I want you to just watch a little bit of it and then you tell me your opinion.
We all got a little freak in us, don't front. She talking all the topics. Come on, V, stop it. Tuesday to Thursday, 10 to 12, block it. Not even haters can knock it. He's in the bed looking pretty red. Showing no pity in the bed. Got your man really looking scared. He like, give me some head, give me some head. She can put the spark back in it. The beats original when all talk's authentic. Straight talk every minute. Alright, let's be it back in it.
There's something about Lil' Kim, it just does something to you.
No, I tell you, all the time.
Hey, good morning, it's your girl, Ms Vee in the building. Hey, Teresa, good morning. Daniel, good morning. Greg, my movie friend, good morning. Shanika, good morning. Hey, boo. Janika, hey, love. You wouldn't think me and Janika was texting so early in the wee hours of the morning. Bunny on the live, good morning.
Hey, Bunny.
You know what? Bunny, it's today your birthday. Please message me back. Tell me if it's Bunny's birthday. There's no way that we can go and not give Bunny all the love on her birthday. I hope I didn't miss it yesterday. Bunny.
Guess whose birthday it is today, though?
Who else's birthday is today?
My granny baby.
Oh, bless her heart.
She turned 1 year old today.
Well, happy birthday, little Reds.
Yes.
Little baby Reds. Hey, cousin Janelle, good morning to her and the whole firefighting crew out there in Catonsville. Good morning, good morning.
Ask them, can we come out of Firehouse one day, set up the station, and just make some noise out there one day for about 2 hours?
Oh, Bunny said it was Sunday. Bunny, I'm sorry. Happy birthday to Bunny.
You a bad niece.
Don't do that, right? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Niece.
Don't do that. But Bunny, you're a Pisces like me and my mom, so you rock. Well, you rock anyway, but
happy birthday, young Bunny.
Janelle, Rock wanna know, can we come in the building with y'all one day? Just set up out front on the curb.
Yes.
Y'all just don't boo us away, and we just gonna do live right there.
Yes.
She said, sure, our shift would love it. All right, so Janelle, set us up, because I'm telling you, as soon as you say it's a go, me and Rock gonna be right there, whatever day. Tell us what morning, and we're gonna be right there, Catonsville on the curb, with our sign set up like we would firefighter McQueen this morning. We're gonna be out there. Bunny, Teresa over here in the other group, and she said, happy belated birthday. Rodney Pierce, Grand Rising Queen, I like that. He said, hey, Rock. Hey, Dina Mae, good morning to you, ma'am. Leslie, good morning, sissy, good morning. She said she'll work it out. All right, Janelle, let me know. Cousin, text me. All right, so the topics today, I'm not sure if y'all seen them in the group, but they was a little kind of everywhere about family. Not really so much about family, because it was just so much about people that do people wrong. So somebody sent me something saying it bothers them that people say, oh, I want to keep away from this negative energy, so I'm blocking your number. When all actuality, they just don't want to hear the truth that that person has to say. Bunny, Janika down at the bottom, and she said, happy belated birthday on Bunny, gang, Pisces, gang. Hey, Mike, good morning. So, Rock, that's my kickoff question today. Why do people always say, I don't want this negative energy, I don't want this around me, when really, exactly, and that's what I put in the group. They just don't want accountability for whatever they did and for whatever you're going to say. Yes, a lot of people commented that they block people for bad energy, or because they don't get the picture, or because they're saying the wrong things. You know, you just sick of people, so you block them on your phone. But a lot of times, you get blocked, especially after somebody say what they want to say to you, and then they block you. Bunny said, thanks, everybody. They blocking you because they don't want to hear what you have to say. Because now they got to be held accountable
for their part
of the situation.
Yep.
And it's really crazy and unfortunate, but it happens all the time. Now the tough part is when it's family. And I have my own family dynamic, crazy stuff. So I didn't know much to say to the person this morning. So I figured I'd put it in the group. Mike came back to say, people block you because they don't want to hear the truth about themselves. Same thing, Mike. Yep, you're absolutely right. Rock and I agree with you. Yep. It's the accountability. People block you because they don't want to hear it. And they like, nope, because if I read the text or I take the call, now I got to take accountability for whatever my part was. Or whatever you're saying, how I hurt you, I gotta apologize, so I gotta hear it. They don't want to hear it, so they don't. So don't always think that people are blocking you because you just so bad of a person they block you out. No, they block you out because they don't want to take accountability in their part of whatever's going on. All right, first question up after that conversation was, how do you deal with family that betray or hurt you? Right, how you deal with family. Now that's tough because you can deal with, everyday people. You hurt me and I move on. You say something wrong I don't like and I move on. You get what I'm saying? But when it's your family, how do you deal with that?
See, the problem I had with that, my father's brothers, and mainly the oldest brother, which is my Uncle Lee, he was really, really big on family. It was family no matter what, right?
Yeah.
So that's the way he instilled us. So regardless of what it is, we always had to get through it. So I see family a little bit differently. So if you betray me, I'm upset, I'm hurt, but eventually we're gonna get past it. That's just because that's the way we were raised, and a lot of people don't see that. So no, I'm not gonna cut them off. No, I'm not going to go pick up a stick and hit him across the head, anything like that. I am going to be hurt. I'm going to deal with my feelings myself, but eventually we're going to get past it because we're family.
But how many times do you forgive them? Mike just said, cut their ass off. Family ain't family no more. And I guess that means, like, back in the day, families were so close.
Right.
Like me, myself, I grew up with my family and my cousins and everything really close. But as my mom passed and family dynamics change, you don't get to see those people as much as you did growing up, or your children are not as close as you were with their parents.
And I guess what I should say with that, me looking at it as like family is family, and you get past it. In our family, we don't have a whole lot of crossing and backstabbing, and we don't. Well,
congratulations to you.
Yeah.
You're not the typical black family. A lot of black families go through that. Dina said, love them from afar. Janika said, same with family. Deal with them accordingly. You can't keep letting people hurt you, including family. You have to protect your peace, and that's definitely a big deal, Nika. That is definitely a big deal. Because family is the easiest thing to hurt you because they're the closest to you. And family know that you will forgive them. So they do this stuff over and over. Hey, Devon, good morning. In a group to the question, Dana said, I don't deal with them. Ms. Smith said, keep a distance. I'm sorry, I've got to go up down. It was a lot. Ms. Smith came back to say, I'm a poster child. I had to learn to protect my energy and my peace. Block and distance queen over here. So she block and delete everybody. Dana said, yes, it is. I said, that's a tough lesson to learn, loving people from afar. You can't do that when you are that lovable, huggable person. It's not so easy. She said, yes, it is. But if they think I'm going to let them play with me for no reason, they will learn. Al said, there is a place called Iceland. I said, wow, but how do you do that with your immediate family, like siblings? How you do that with your siblings? He said, yes, you do. When you know how vicious your mouth can be, you know what's best. Come on, dancing partner and Pisces twin, because Al and I are Pisces twins. We're here for each other. Rodney Pierce said, family are served with a long-handled spoon, and my interactions will be limited to family events. If the betrayal is not unforgivable, if the betrayal is not unforgivable. And the thing is, to me, in my mind, I think you can forgive you're supposed to forgive family for everything.
Do it matter what the betrayal is, though?
I think it matters, but a lot of people will say it do matter. And y'all tell me what y'all think. Do it matter what the family member did? But I just think you're supposed to automatically have love for family. No matter what happened, sit down, take a month or two off, but get right back into it. But the thing is, you have those family members. Hey, Aunt Edna, good morning. Hey, Boop. You have those family members that repetitively keep doing things, keep hurting you, because they know they can skate on thin ice. They'll hurt you before they even betray one of their friends that do them wrong. Man, Mike said, hell no, it don't matter. He said it don't matter what they did. Family, no matter what it is, family or not, leave them where they at.
Yeah, my family is cut from a different cloth. I can't speak for the third and fourth cousins, but I'm talking about that immediate ones, like the ones that.
Okay, so you're talking like right in your age group, like
yes.
Janelle and I are cousins at the same age group.
Yes, like those immediate. We don't rock like that, man. We weren't brought up like that, so we don't have. And if it happened, it wasn't malicious. It might have just happened that way. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna say we don't have disagreements or stuff don't happen.
Yeah, because everybody have disagreements.
Right, but we get beyond it, man, and we're firm believers. It's family first. I mean, I've been.
That's good that y'all all on one accord like that. But Rock, is very rarely, especially in the black community, that you find families who I'm gonna just love on my family member anyway. I don't care, because a lot of people be like, what? I ain't talking like, you see the answers right here. Real quick, Shakita said, you leave them be. If I got to hurt you with words, then I don't want to be around no matter who it is. If you're not willing to navigate the conversation to solve the issue, you don't have, if you're not willing to navigate the conversation or the issues that we have, you don't have to worry about me. Goodbye. I don't know. I still think it's so deep for family. Bunny came back to say I'm with Rock because family is important to me. We have to work it out because my mom is still in the village. She don't allow us to not work it out. When my dad passed, she reminded us we are all we got. Yeah. And that's deep. And see, my mom and dad passed, and I've lost siblings. So to me, my family should be tighter than we are, especially with it just being 3 siblings out of 5. And
you the baby, right?
And I'm the baby, and we love each other, but the issues there are like, run too deep. And that's why it's hard for me to answer the topic without asking everybody's opinion before I answer the person that inboxed me, because I can say a million things, but people don't love on me like I love on them.
Who is the matriarch of your family currently?
Our Bunny mother.
Okay. And how often do you all interact with her?
Now, like over the phone, it's probably more interaction. It's probably been a few months since I've been to her apartment. Okay. But I've been to her new place. That's the same thing with Janelle. When we were younger, we all were raised up with each other all the time. Our mothers were cousins, and they all hung together all the time. But now Janelle and I are grown, and I thank God for social media because I get to talk to Aunt Bunny and Janelle every show. Right. And that's why I probably say their name all the time, because that's my family. Real quick, I'm sorry, your study scrolling by. Mike said, how many times do you get a pass until that day you die? It's ridiculous. You don't keep giving them a pass. Bunny said it's not easy. Pudge Rose, good morning, my fat comedian friend. We got to get you in the building. Mike said, how many times do you give the person a pass until the day you die? Is ridiculous. I'm sorry, I went back to you. Oh, no, Mike posted the same thing twice. Shakita said, when it's siblings, yes, figure out a way. But anyone beyond that, I'm good. But the thing is, Shakita, siblings cut deep. Siblings be the one that bring the stuff out that make you say, no, this bitch is crazy. You don't want to deal with them, because siblings be the one who you got to overlook what they say. You got to, and I'm one of those people. My sibling, that's my sister. But siblings come deep, Shakita. I don't know. Do you keep giving siblings passes because they're your sibling? Rodney Pierce said, hell yes, it matters because you expect more from family, but you also expose yourself because you love them unconditionally. And that's the thing I'm saying, Rodney Pierce. I couldn't answer the person's question because I'm a person who think it's because it's family. You love them unconditionally. Aunt Edna said, hey, Strong Talk. Hey, Aunt Edna, good morning. How are you? Yeah, it's tough. I don't know, Rock. It's really tough. Buddy said siblings will make you go to your knees in prayer. I'm telling you, Buddy, that's the truth, because I had that situation with one of my sisters this week, and I literally had to call somebody else while I was at work and get her to stay on the line and pray for me. And she like in the middle of clocking in, but I had to go back to her car and pray for me because I was on bended knee. Because I strangled this chick.
But you know something? Listen what you're saying. And think about the fact that you care enough about your sister that, because if you didn't care about him, you wouldn't have went.
I'd have gave her the business. Because you know me, Rock. When I'm mad, I blow.
Right. So that means that you know you do care enough and have enough love for your sister that situation has to be resolved or worked through.
Shakita just made a good point. She said loving and acceptance of unjustified behavior is a different thing. The thing is, I can love you just as much, but how long do you keep on accepting stuff that's unjustified? You just a whole donkey and you keep on doing it. Hey, Erica Harris, good morning, Nikki. How are you? Love you, boo. How long do you take it? Because siblings probably are the most intimate because they know the most about you. They are the closest to you. They know most, the majority of your business. So family, especially siblings, they'll hurt you before somebody in the, well, not hurt before somebody in the street, but they'll hurt you deeper than somebody in the street. How do you handle that?
Is it a big sister, little sister syndrome?
I don't think it make a difference, the age. Because if you're the big sister, you should be looking out for your little sister. And if it's a little sister, you look up to your big sister. Right. So I don't think the age make a difference. Like the Shakita said, how long do you keep accepting unjustifiable behavior?
Right, but if it's your big sister, they kind of feel like, okay, I'm in control of the situation, and they may not be aware.
Yeah, you're right, because big sisters do that.
Right.
Because I have big sisters.
Right.
And like my oldest sister, Denise, will be like, and I'm grade be 44 next week, and she'll tell me quick, Ronnie, what did I say? And I'd be like, all right, Nisi. but
in your mind, you were like,
but in my mind, I'd be wanting to say, bitch, I'm grown. Have you seen my driver's license? I'm grown with my own kids and grandkids. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I have a different level of respect for my sister, so I'd be like, you know what, yo, all right. With my sister Tammy, I'll probably be like, yo, you know what, all right, whatever. But my oldest sister Denise, I'd be like, okay, Nisi. I fall completely back. Because I look at Nisi as the person, when my mother worked, Nisi fed us and washed us. So Nisi is a ranking with my mom, so I don't cross her. But I'm telling you, them siblings will make you want to, yeah. Anybody with siblings know how I feel. Not just the person that inboxed the topic, but, they were talking about family. But now we just jumped over to siblings, and those siblings be the one. Mike said, how many times do you allow siblings to hurt you? They can hurt you as much as they want because they siblings, and that's bullshit. That's true, Mike. How many times, right? How many times do you let your siblings hurt you? Real quick, Bunny said, all relationships are tough. They require work. Somebody in the relationship has to be the bigger person. Communication is key. Bunny, you're right. But Bunny, let me ask you this. How often do you keep being the bigger person in a situation? Are you always going to be the bigger person? Let them cut up, give it a chance to calm down, and then come to them. When does the person actually come to you and fix what they did? Or do you keep being the humble one? Yeah, I'm going to be blessed for my humble heart, but at the same time, I'm getting trampled over. How long do this person need to allow them to do that? Shakita said, at some point, you have to know when you check yourself exactly when it comes to your demeanor and verbal communication to other people. And Shakita, I had to learn that because I was a person who I'm going to say what I mean what I say, repeat it if I have to, and I'm going to cut deep. But when it comes to my family and my siblings, I don't go so deep. I hold the words back. I'll pull it back. But a lot of times family need that too. Janelle said, what Bunny said, that's so true.
I've been I've been someone that's done some things to family members, not intentionally, but it happened. You know, couple times it was a situation over some money, and the family, one in particular that I'm talking about, my cousin Nancy, it hurt her to the core, and I owed her the money, and we got into it about it. She cussed me out. I mean, she even took her fist and cracked the window on my car.
My goodness.
She's like, you like this Maxima? I'm going to take you and make you spend your money on the Maxima. But
it took it out on the car.
Yeah, she did. And she was that upset because she was hurt.
Right.
And she felt like I betrayed her and I let her down. But as this moment right now, I had 3 cousins that go to Central Booking for me, and she's one of them.
And my thing is, so now you went back to her eventually and y'all worked it out because, like you said, she still go to bat for you. But how many times have you heard her since that big ordeal?
Maybe one other time.
And see, this person in the inbox is saying, I don't want to keep taking this from family. They don't want to keep on dealing with the same thing from family. And I'm asking the people on live, like, you know, how do y'all feel? Whoever want to call in and you got something to say, 443-267-6558. Call me on the phone. Let's talk about it. Because family is deep, and I want the person that's watching to hear what everybody else has to say. Because like I said in the inbox, I couldn't really give them a full point of view because I'm a person who forgive family rapidly because I just love the idea of family. I love it, and I can't. I'll let family do whatever as many times. So, you know, you got to be ready for that. In the group, Sharita said, they just like any other human to me. Cut ties and stay my distance. No need to talk about nothing to me when I know I'm not the issue. I said, I agree. I just don't understand how folks hurt or mistreat family or siblings. She said, I've seen it my whole life. And we can't question how foolish people can be as long as our hearts stay strong and true. But don't your heart hurt after a while? Hey, caller, it's your girl, Ms Vee. Who's this?
Hey, this is Nicole. How are you?
Hi, Nicole. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So your topic today is very close to my heart. So I had a family member, and I don't know why, for the life of me, she just never cared for me. It was an aunt. And she just never cared for me. Throughout the years, my mother raised me to always respect, you know, my elders and everything like that. She's my aunt. I did my best to try to appease, you know, keep the peace. You only had like two or three things that happened where I was out of line. I was disrespectful. But it's just like I got to the point where I got tired of always turning the other cheek. And I know the Bible says turn the cheek, but it was at that point I said, I'm tired. Like, she has to stop, like, just treating me the way she was. I never did anything to this lady. Couldn't understand why she didn't like me for whatever reason. I don't know if it was because of the relationship that I had with my mom that she didn't have with her daughter. Don't know. But it came to a head when my mom got really sick and she was in the hospital. And she said something to me about actions speak louder than words. Because that one night I wasn't going to stay at the hospital with my mother. I needed to go home. I needed to shower to get myself together. And I was like, the audacity of you to try to say because I want to do that, I did not love my mother. I went off.
So she just used it as an opportunity to mistreat you.
It was to the point my other aunt was on the phone because I was actually calling them to give both aunts an update on my mother's condition, what the doctor said, just this and the third. So it's like at that point, that was like something she really did not need to say.
Okay.
You know, I mean,
right?
She basically
not at this time, right?
Kind of like she didn't like me or whatever. I'm taking it throughout the years. I didn't say anything. I told my mother. And I explained to her, I said, I'm going to be cordial, but what I'm not going to do is cast my pearls before swine. I'm not going to do that no more. I can't. Because at the end of the day, she's affecting who I am, and I'm not that person. But just the thought or the process, it was like a cloud that would be over me when I knew I had to be in her presence or something happened.
So you had to actually prepare yourself to be around your own aunt and to deal with her.
Right.
So so in the long run, what did you end up doing?
And in the end, I did apologize to her for not for what I said, but my tone and my action.
Right. When our viewers, Shakita just said the same thing.
And unfortunately, she wound up passing before anything could ever get resolved. And you know, if she was at my aunt, always spoke on her birthday. I would call and wish her a happy birthday. So I didn't, you know, not do the normal things that I would have. But as far as us being collectively in a, you know,
y'all never got to that.
Yeah, I just had to let that go and take it for what it was, and just kept moving.
Well, that's a way to deal with it. Keep moving and still dealing with the person. So I get what you're saying, and that's pretty much me when it comes to family. Or I know how to go places, stick and move, say hi, love on people for a minute, and leave.
So many times after a while, you be like, okay, this really don't work. I'm not gonna knock you. And by all means, I've always, you know, I pray for my family and people who I didn't like, you know, or I was still, you know, somebody told me, oh, such and such, this is happening. I would still, you know, lift up a prayer or something, because you never want ill will to be on anyone. But it's just like you learn in your life. Some people I can be around and it's fine. Some people, we got 15 minutes. By that 17th minute, it's time for me to go.
All right.
And, you know, live life.
Well, thank you, Nicole. Thank you for calling in with your example of how you dealt with your own aunt.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you both. Okay, have a good one. Yes, ma'am. You too. Over in the group on Bunny said, Nisi is the quiet spirit. It's not what you say. Talking about my sister, Nisi. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. You may need a cool-off period to allow that person to hear what you told them, but you never give up. But Bunny also said Nicole's situation was unfortunate. I think her mother should have intervened on her behalf and shut her aunt down. Bunny, now that's a good comment, because you know, you would feel like the mother would, because I know if my mother was living and my siblings and we had stuff going on, my mother would step right in and she gonna check everybody. Yeah. So you're right. So it's so unfortunate that Nicole ended up losing her mom, after a while losing her aunt, and never even got the issue resolved. But for me, like I said, being a family person, I respect how she handled it. I'm going to get my face together, I'm going to get my tone together, I'm going to deal with her, I'm going to be around her, but I'm not going to stick. You know how people say stay away? I'm not going to stay away, I'm going to deal with my aunt. Real quick comments of Roland. Aunt Edna said, when you forgive someone, it heals your heart. You might have to stay away from them for a while and love them at a distance. That's right, Aunt Edna. But I think what the person is in the inbox is saying is that they keep getting hurt. So it's not like something happened bad. Her and the family member had a falling out. What she's saying is it's constantly happening, and that's what she's asking the post to be about. Janika said, question, little advice. So my baby brother is upset with me because our mother's death date I made my wedding date. And it's really bothering him to the point he called me selfish and said for me to have a nice life. I really feel a way. I really feel hurt because him and my other brother are all I have. My mom, of my mom, and it's really bothering me. What should I do? Not changing the date. It's still 44 days away. So Janika is saying she's about to get married. She set her wedding date on the same date as her mother's death date. And her little brother is angry about her setting it for that date. And he told her, have a good life. He don't want to deal with her anymore. And she wondering, what should she do? She not resetting her date. How does she handle that situation? Sonny, good morning. Sonny said, love the family from afar. Flat out. But what do we say to Janika, right, about her family situation?
I think they just need some time apart. That is.
So do you think she should appease her brother and change her wedding date?
No. No, because that date is her date.
That's a date her and her fiance set.
Yes, that date is for her.
I agree.
And at this point, he either gonna accept it and respect it, or that's something he has to deal with.
Or don't show up.
Right, that's something he has to deal with. But that's her date.
And why not? I mean, because my mom is passed through. What is so bad about making her death date a good memory date?
Exactly. So instead of us
the
mourning,
day your
then
sister
we'll
got
celebrate.
married, we can celebrate on that day.
It's not an ending. It's a new.
It's a new. Exactly right. Bonnie said I would have another talk or treat my child like that. I would have another talk or treat my child like that for no reason. Okay, Bunny must be referring to Nicole.
Right. She said she wouldn't have anyone.
She wouldn't have
treat that child.
anyone treat her child like that. And Bunny, that's the thing. You gotta step in for your kids. Family, cousin, neighbor, nobody. Anybody know me? Don't play with my kids and my grandbabies because I'm finna go off. It's gonna get bad. Edna said, I'm sorry, I wasn't commenting on that person. I type slow. No, Edna, we completely understand. Wherever you jump in, I'll just read it and I go back, and you can always, like you did, rephrase it and tell me what you're saying. Teresa said that's what I was thinking too. So Teresa, you saying about rock? The question again is, do y'all think that Janika should change her wedding date from the same date of her mother's death date because her brother is sad about it? Or should she keep the date and tell her brother, grow up, or I see you when I see you? I don't know. That's tough. I think I wouldn't change it though. I think having her wedding date on that day that her mom passed should be a good feeling for them. For her, for her siblings. Then her fiance could have their reasons why they picked that day. So I think it's very unfair, very selfish of him to demand that she change her wedding date to justify his feelings. So back to the same topic again, Just Rhonda said, I just forgive them for my own peace and move on. Kim Butler said, I love them from a distance and keep them in constant prayer. Deron said, cut them off. Cut them right off. There's a lot of people who saying, cut the family right off. I guess I'm the only, mushy family person. Dre said, just leave them where they stand and don't F with them again. Family will cut your throat faster than a man on the street. Ain't got no time for that. Candace said, good question. I'm dealing with this now, right now. One sibling I don't talk to, the other is limited conversation depending on my mood and if I feel like hearing and dealing with them. So she's like, they there. I guess she's saying they there when they there. She learned to move on. It's just so hard. How do you tell family you moving on? Nika said, Candace, literally the exact same situation with two of my sisters, shaking my damn head. It's amazing to me how many people just can cut family right off. Candace came back to say, it's so sad, but I have decided to not to cry about it anymore. It was draining for me. I'd rather have peace than family. Some people will never see their faults. It's always someone else's fault, and that's definitely true. Teresa came back to say, no, she shouldn't seem like she's making she shouldn't seem like she's making it a good memory. I wouldn't change my date. Teresa also saying, Janika, no, you don't change your date. Ebony, hey Ebony, good morning. You've been quiet. Ebony said, maybe the siblings can have a conversation to understand both sides, but I wouldn't change my date. And what she said, Ebony, is she had the conversation with him, and his end result was told her, well, you go and have a good life.
That's fine. It'll be one less person at my wedding.
Yeah, and that's tough because her mom is deceased and there's only her and the two siblings from her mom's children, and she got to pass the brother up. But people always say when you're getting married, you're starting anew anyway. So here's your new family. But it sounds like a majority of the folks cut the siblings right off. They're not letting siblings be their issue. Janelle said, you're not the only one. I don't cut off, but I handle from afar if that's the best option. Janelle, I feel you, and I'm starting to think that me and my emotional self need to learn how to handle from afar, not cut people off, but handle from afar. Rodney said, no, don't change your date, Janika. Make it a happy occasion, not a sad memory. I totally agree. I agree with everybody else with Janika. Don't change your wedding date. I wouldn't change my wedding date because he sounds like he's just a baby that won his way. If you want your mother's death date to become a brand new memory, a brand new breath of fresh air, do it. Your fiance with the date, y'all do it. Because the thing is, it's y'all memory, it's y'all new day, and it's a good thing for you. Because now she'll feel better about this date. She won't be so sad when the date come around. So I'm with everybody else. Janika, you're doing the right thing. Keep your wedding date the date that it is and keep it moving.
And honor your mother. That's
right. LaJuan, good morning. Quaya, good morning, sis. How you feeling? The next question was, why, well, that was for another topic from yesterday about why did you or would you get married. Bunny said the same thing, Janika. Don't change your date. So everybody's basically saying you're doing the right thing. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But personally, I think it's an awesome thing to make such a sad memory a new occasion. I think
that
it's
was
an
the only
awesome
way
thing.
I was able to deal with my mother's passing.
By turning that date into something there.
Positive.
So what did you do now on that date instead?
What I started it last year. Because whenever September the 10th, the day my mom passed, came, the day before or prior, like 2 days prior, anyone that knows me knows September 8th, I'm in a funk. I'm real snappy. I mean, I'm a whole different person.
Yeah.
So what I did was, the day that my mother passed, we made that Ella Brooks Day here at the station. And we honored my mother. So I had my mother's sisters come in, my cousins come in, and we did an entire show about my mom, about the pleasant memories, had different family or different people.
And that's a good thing. Then it give your family something to look forward to when September the 10th come out. We're going to be on the air. We're going to get together because it's Ella Day. So, you know, Janika, that's the same thing. You're making that emotional memory that was once said a better thing. So by all means, keep your date. The next question was, why do you block people from your phone, text, etc.?
Too much energy. I ain't got time for all that.
You ain't gonna be able to do it. Just can't do it.
Yeah,
everybody's basically saying the same thing about, you know, not wanting to hear the truth, blah blah blah. All of it basically the same thing. Now here's a question, and this goes back to the conversation that I had this morning. Well, it was part of what we talked about. Bunny said real quick. She said, Bunny said, great idea, Rock. Change the atmosphere.
Yes.
That's awesome, Rock. And Janika, that's what you're doing. You're shifting the atmosphere from sad to a more pleasant one. I think it's an awesome idea. Make it something better. The question is, do you out people or put them on blast that lie to others in front of you? Or do you act as if it's true and keep quiet? And that's part of what the conversation was. You get tired of hearing certain family members lie because I did this, or I remember I did this and I did that. Do you just sit back and smile,
I don't co-sign
act like you don't hear it?
Right.
Or do you let them tell these same lies to different people every time y'all all together? How long do you sit back and let family members tell these freaking lies?
Yeah, I don't co-sign it, but I don't go the extra mile to try to. If someone come to me and be like, "Hey, do Ms Vee really live out Owens Mills in the 5-bedroom house?" I'm like, "No, I don't think that's where she live at." But if we sitting side by side, you telling the person across the hall, "Yeah, I just moved out Owens Mills," I'm not gonna waste my energy to try to prove you wrong.
So I think, I guess what it's saying more is like, people give scenarios because our family did this and I did that and I did that for family, and you sitting there, you know it's a lie. Do you pull that card or do you just sit there like, and let them keep telling these same lies every time you turn around? Because to me, my suggestion was it makes you a liar. Because if you keep sitting there and being part of these fake stories, doesn't that make that person fake?
Yeah, if you being a part of the story, but just
even to sit there and keep hearing it, you telling the same story to somebody different every time. I'm just as much of a liar because I don't say, "Yo, stop," or at least pull you to the side. Cut the crap.
If we
Stop telling people that.
And a female come in this building, I'll be like, yeah, shorty, I got you. You know, I can pay that car note because I got about 7 figures in the bank. You know I don't have 7 figures in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really need to spend your time and effort to let that lady know that I don't have 7 figures in the bank? Or just, you know, you're adding.
But then, listen, so here's the thing. So when that lady leave, another lady come in and you tell her the same thing. And then tomorrow you tell 2 more people the same thing. And I'm sitting there every time. No, eventually I'm going to be like, Rock, stop telling people that shit, yo. I feel like I'm part of your lie because I know you ain't got it. You sitting there lying because the first thing people say is, you know, V was sitting there that day. He told me that.
Yeah, but it's
and come to find out, he really broke.
It's fine for you to come to me and say, Rock, you know, cut that shit out. You know, that ain't you. But to spend the effort to go to that lady,
to put him on blast,
yeah.
Put him on blast might be too much.
Yeah, that's too much energy.
Yeah, but I definitely think that you should.
As a friend, yes.
Friend, family, whatever.
That ain't.
Don't let people keep sitting there telling lies and you sitting there because you might not comment to co-sign, but every time somebody gonna pull your card eventually and be like, oh, such and such was sitting right there. No, don't keep putting me in your lie because now I'm in it. No, I don't think so. In the group, Ms. Smith said it depends on who they're lying to and whether or not I'm attached to that lie. Same thing I just said. Don't attach me to your lie.
Right, now you attach me. That's not adding energy. If you're attached to the situation, then you got a right to speak up. But if you're not in the situation, let them live in their own facade, you know?
Yeah, I think it's really, really messy. She said once you lie, you have to tell another lie, and another lie to cover up that lie, and another lie to cover up that lie. And one is definitely one, so it definitely can be true. So you got to keep on lying to cover up. Stop lying, folks. Just don't lie. It's just not a good thing. Drea said, I just say okay, and I keep it moving. I know they lying, but I'm going to let God handle that. Not a job for me. I've learned my lesson because at the end of the day, it doesn't stop there. They will keep lying. That's just who they are. They're liars. Eddie Howard said, my facial expression tell it every time. So yeah, because you can be sitting there saying you got 6 figures and I can be looking at the girl like,
Right.
You know, with that face to make her say, well, Rock, why she look like that? Oh, no, that's just her. No, it's not just her. He's lying to you. Kim Butler said, I just look at them and be like, okay, so now I know that you are a liar. So how many lies have you told me to keep my eye on them? Because now that you know that they lie to other people, you're going to be wondering the same thing. Well, how many times you lied to me? How many your fake stories you told me? So that's the thing, Rock. You tell one chick you make 7 figures. I'm looking at you like, well, how many times Rock lied to me? Because he telling her a lie. He could have lied to me about something.
And then at that point, you know who I am as a person. You know, because you can be looking at me like, that nigga a liar. So you know how to treat me and how to incorporate me in your life at that point. So, you know, it's like, you don't have to go that extra mile to put that person on blast or put them out there.
Because my younger self would have put people on blast. But right. I know now, like, is it even worth it?
It ain't worth it because now you done created a whole nother scenario or situation. Because when you put that person on blast, when that story traveled to someone else, they were like, yeah, because V put them out there. So that's still involving you more and more, you know, when you could have just let them go on about their business because it didn't directly affect you.
Right. So, yeah, I think it's not worth it, especially when you got to put people on blast. What's the point? Gary still said it depends on how I'm feeling and who it is. Ebony said normally I pull them up to the side. I pull them to the side right there, right their wrongs. Give them a chance to think about how they would feel if it were them being lied to. I'm gonna say this, Ebony. Most people, I think Bunny is saying agree. I think it should be saying agree. I think a lot of stuff is not even worth like going back over. Everything is not worth commenting, but I know I'm not going to deal with this liar a long time. I'm not going to hang around you a long time. Even if it's family, I'm going to start knowing when to shift my seat. Oh, let me go move over here because this fool finna come over here and tell a lie, and then the person automatically they're talking to automatically look to who they with. Right,
so that's when you push them out your circle.
Right, and that's what I said. You got to learn to remove yourself. And the conversation, it came up because we were talking about family. And I said family events, family gatherings, learn to get up and walk away. And a lot of times that show who they talking to, how much of a liar they are. Because you had to get up and walk off. Bunny said, agree. It isn't worth it. Sooner or later, it will come out. And that's the truth. A lie will get put on blast eventually by itself. You don't have to prove everybody wrong. It's just not worth it. Cousin Lisa, good morning and happy birthday to you, my good Pisces and my best. She been rocking with, well, that's my cousin, but also she a big Timeless customer. Love her to pieces. She's going to plan us a cruise before this month
talk about Timeless.
I'm just saying,
I own one piece of Timeless, and that's a T-shirt.
And I'm sorry to hear that, Rock. You should be here for the contest on Tuesday because we're gonna give away Timeless hats, hoodies, shea butter, beard oil. You can jump in the contest, but you're gonna have to play like everybody else. Now, if you're gonna get a chance to post and do all the things that need to be done, I don't know.
Can I make a confession though?
Go ahead, make your confession,
Rock.
Right?
He's out. Oh my God, it's something special. It's something special. I literally was standing in the bank one day, and the lady tapped me on my shoulder. She said, "My God, what is that you got on?" And I'm trying to explain to her that it was a shea butter that a friend of mine created. Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Where can I get it?" I'm trying to give her the scenario, but she's looking at me like she's not following me. I even told her your name on Facebook.
We was at the cigar shop, and Al did the same thing. Al said, an old white woman came up to him and was like, "Oh, you smell good." And he was trying to explain it to her, but she was just so caught up in how he smelled. Yes. I said, Al, that's how it is. The Timeless that he's out be calling them women.
That he's not a problem.
Cousin Lisa said, "Thanks, boss lady. I love you. Love you too, cousin." Oh, Rodney Pierce said, "No freebies, Rock." That's what I'm telling him.
Got a freebie yet.
He got to get into the game just like everybody else. So when I give out stuff next week on my birthday, it's my birthday, but I want to give out gifts. Rock got to play along, or he won't be able to. He won't be able to get nothing. Or he'd be paying out of pocket. I don't know. Kim Butler said, "Hey beautiful, good morning." Another question that I didn't get any answers to in the group, not one. That was shocking to me. A person that's willing to cheat on their husband or a wife is called a what?
Cheater.
I think they're called filthy and conniving. It's crazy to me that not one person said anything, because everybody always got something to say, but nobody said anything about that.
Remember we was talking about accountability? Owning up what your part in the situation is?
Yeah.
That was why nobody comment.
Yeah.
Because we all, at some point, have cheated.
No.
We have. I'm not saying that we do it consistently and we do it on a regular, but at some point in your life, you have cheated.
Right. Don't make me sit here and comb my mind to see. I can't cheat because I can't lie.
At this stage in your life.
So maybe you saying like as a teenager?
Yes.
Maybe as a teenager.
I'm not pinpointing when we all cheated.
Oh, okay. You just saying sometime in your life you cheated before. You took somebody's phone number, wrote your number down when you had
bad intentions, yes.
Oh my. Bunny said, cheater, you are a cheater. That's just flat out what they are. Kim Butler said, I missed that one. Oh, you missed that conversation. Yeah, I put it in the group this morning also. Nicole said, I know, I can't wait till your birthday. Nicole, it's going down in the building on my birthday. We're going to have some chocolate covered strawberries. We're going to have chocolate covered fruit. And we're going to have cupcakes. It's going to be a celebration. And if you can make it to the building before the end of the show, you get to get a gift from me on my birthday. How awesome is that? That's our show.
Be invited? I mean, all this stuff you got to.
You're gonna be right here, but Rodney said you can't get no freebies, so you gotta be ready. Rodney said to that question, what is the person? He said they are called greedy and manipulating.
Yes, very much so.
Because how do you cheat on your husband or your wife? And like people will say, I know somebody who cheated before and told the wife it was a mistake. I wasn't thinking.
You don't cheat.
So you're on your way to the person's house, you wasn't thinking. Yeah. When you got there, you wasn't thinking. When you got upstairs to that bedroom, you weren't thinking. When you took your pants off, still you're not thinking about your wife and kids at home. No, you got what you wanted because you was greedy and manipulative, yes. And you And you probably didn't even have to manipulate the person, because a lot of times the women know. They don't know that the man is married, but at the same time get what they want.
And you know the bad part about it, and I had to learn this. I didn't learn this until later on in life. You really don't have to do it. You could be at this day and age.
A lot of people are in open marriages, open relationships.
You could be open and honest about the situation, and 9 times out of 10, the situation is going to play in your favor.
But my thing is, why be married to that person? If you're going to sleep with other people, I'm going to sleep with other people. We should not be together. Now, here's a good question. Bunny just put up, Rock. She said, now, what do you consider cheating? A conversation, a phone number, sex, what?
Yeah,
what is
all of that. Anything that's violating a relationship. If you can't tell me what it is that you did, that's cheating.
So even if they're simply just talking to the person, you cheated.
It depends on if I come in the room, you got to hang up the phone, or if you only talking to this person when I'm not around, that's cheating. Because cheating means deception, misleading.
So if she stay on the phone while you walk in, she not considered cheating.
No, because she don't have nothing to hide.
She could just be very manipulative, as Rodney said, with her conversation.
But then that's cheating, because it goes back to the manipulation and deception.
So Bunny Rock saying all of it is cheating. A conversation, a phone number, sex,
cheating.
Everything is cheating.
Cheating.
Janelle said all of the above, Aunt Bunny. All of it is considered cheating. Nobody wants to be with nobody doing any of that. Kim Butler said those people are called sinners. There is no greater sin, but it's really displeasing to God, especially since it is one of the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not commit adultery. I don't understand why people get married when you know you want to sleep around. Just go in and sleep around and have a girlfriend and tell her this is what I do. Be open. But once you get that, as David said yesterday, you get that paperwork, you sign them legal documentations, it's different.
AV.
Yes.
And just to let you know, people thinking that you local, you nationwide right now, baby. You got a comment all the way from the ATL. They said, once you're in a marriage, you're obligated to be monogamous. And that's true. That is so true.
Once you're married, and thank you, ATL listener, whoever that is tuned in and comment, Rock didn't say your name. But yes.
DJ Pete Nice.
DJ Pete Nice, thank you and good morning. Once you are married, everything else goes out the window.
Yeah.
I don't understand how people get married and have open relationships. And I'm going to have to get a couple in here and do an interview so we can see, like, what is the detail? Like, how are you okay with that? If you are in an open relationship, inbox me, text me, call the station 443-267-6558. I want to interview you. I want to sit down with you and the mate and tell me why y'all legally married and committed to each other if y'all want to have a okay to sleep around.
And
now, being swingers and go to events together, would that be considered an open relationship?
Yes.
If they probably go to, like, somebody said having 1 threesome a year. Is that still considered an open relationship? Because you are still sleeping with somebody else.
Yes. No matter you do it 1 time or 100 times. It's just like when you go rob a bank. They don't say, well, if you robbed the bank today, you only robbed 1, we're not going to send you to jail. But since you robbed 4,
now we're going to send you to jail.
Nah, the crime is the crime. Whether you do it 1 time or 10 times.
There you go. Kim Butler said they called emotional cheaters. Bunny said, okay, right answer. Ding, ding, ding. She said she just checking. She just wanted to see where y'all head was at.
We know her Bunny's a saint. She got 40 years and she don't cheat. We know her Bunny.
Bunny said all of the above. All of it is considered cheating. Rodney Pierce said, thoughts lead to actions. Yes, just that. If you're thinking about it, if you're talking, eventually you're going to test the water. You're going to touch that person eventually. Mike said, 1 threesome a year sounds like fun. Bless your heart,
It is
Mike.
fun, Mike, but I'm saying.
It would be fun, but I'm sorry. You have already checked out of that category. Sorry, Mike. I'm sorry. I know your mate, and I don't think they're having it. Bunny said, yes, family. Yeah, you can't do stuff and then expect to get away with it. Everything is going to be scot-free. Bunny said, stop, Mike. No, it's not happening. It might sound good, Mike, but it's not happening.
What about in the metaverse?
Explain that, Rock. Rock always got some stuff for him.
You know all the stuff that's going on with the metaverse now. How you got to create the emoji and stuff in the metaverse, and you got the whole world in the metaverse. Can I have a threesome in the metaverse and not be cheating?
No. You can't have it in the metaverse. You can't have it in the DM, the inbox, in the bed, in the hotel. You cannot. Who just said it? Rodney Pierce said, thoughts lead to actions. You cannot even think it. If my case is, y'all should have been dating. Y'all should be still going together and not be married, because that is bad, and it will forever be a horrible thought. It'll keep coming up. Even if your mate agreed to the threesome, they'll always think that you're going back and you're going to do it again.
I know. That is the problem.
Nobody think that you did that threesome one time, and so they're going to be eventually one day, you talked to so-and-so? Or you seen so-and-so? Or, it's going to come back up again. And then you're going to be, she always bringing it up. But you should have never did the threesome. Don't test the water. I'm telling you, it's not a good idea. Mike said, it's all good, Bunny. I know what I have. The best queen in the world. There you go, Mike. You better talk about it. Be about it. Bunny said, okay, Rock. No. Thumbs down. You just lost all your points. And now you know I'm only love Rock. Rock, look, you see my hand? She got the thumb down emoji. Since you want to live with emojis, Rock, there you go. Thank you, Bunny.
Bunny, it was a hypothetical.
I'm telling you, Rock, you don't get away with nothing. Bunny and Rodney Pierce catch every freaking thing.
Don't.
Everything you say. Bunny said no, thumbs down. That's the thing. I don't think nobody can have a threesome and not think it's not going to come back up ever again.
All right, well, I have a question.
Whether the mate want to or not.
Usually when you have a marriage, that's your commitment. And y'all both have an understanding of where you are in your relationship, right?
Yes.
Say the woman that I was engaged to have desires to sleep with both sexes. And I know that going, right? So we going into this marriage with the understanding that we're not going to have a third party in our marriage, meaning there's three of us, but from time to time you do have desires that
desire to be with a woman.
Yeah, so as your husband, I'm okay with that.
Well, then that's your thing. If you want to let her go sleep with other women because at times you already knew in the beginning she liked to sleep with women at times.
Right.
So you're still willing to marry her even though you know she get these desires, then that's your thing. But believe me, it's going to come a day where you going to throw in her face, I like to sleep with other women too. Look, so I, did what I did. And she ain't going to be able to do nothing but fall back and let you have it. Why? Because you let her have it. Or she can walk away. And then that's going to be a double standard. Right. No, I don't think it's worth playing with it. And some people do. A lot of people nowadays do all sorts of things in marriages. And like David said yesterday, why get married? What's the purpose of getting a legal documentation when you can just stay where you at? Kim Butler said, my fiance told me once, we stand in front of God and he vowed to God to love, cherish, and take care of me. That is his job. He's trying to secure his spot in heaven, and he's not going to do anything to mess that up. So I just thank God for designing the man especially for me. Now, Rock, that's a big deal, the end of that. Do you think God will design somebody that's especially for you if they have desires that you got to let them sleep with other women from time to time? I think it's crazy. And Bunny said Kim Butler, she loved it. She loved the comment. Real quick before Rock wrap me up, y'all, I'm down to seconds. I just want to say mistreating people, then avoiding communication is not protecting peace. It's called avoiding accountability. Stop blocking people out and act like, I'm just trying to protect my peace. If you did something wrong, be held accountable for it. Apologize. Fix it and hope and pray that they take it back. Because like the person in my inbox, they're a loving person, but they are already at their wits end with family. Don't allow your family to get to that point where they don't want no more dealings with you. Apologize. There's nothing wrong with apologizing, but make sure you never do it again. It's your girl, Ms Vee, here on WMEG Online Radio. Talk to y'all Monday at 11. And remember, Tuesday, March 8th is my birthday, and I'm going to be giving you guys gifts. So please be ready, locked, and loaded for at the top of the hour Tuesday. I'm going to tell you what you need to do to win your birthday gifts from me and how you can get them. There's going to be some tricks. There's going to be some fun. So be ready. Again, it's your girl, Ms Vee, WMEG Online Radio and Straight Talk with Ms Vee on Facebook. Yes, keep it locked. Talk to you Monday. Peace. Yo, Tim, man, this is the jump off right here. And she back with the jump off. Thanks for the hearts. I love it. I love it. We all got a little freak in us. Don't front. Oh, she talking all the topics. Peace and blessings to you too, Aunt Bunny. Love y'all. Love each and every one of y'all. Look, Lisa, you give me some more hearts. Let me just vent. I love it. I love to see the hearts pop up on the screen. Hey. She like, oh, give me some, and all talks authentic. Remember that everything we say is on the win, and I'm just shooting it. And that's what makes the conversation hot each and every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 11 a.m. WMEG Online Radio in the midst of the morning, midday movement. Rock nice. I got it by myself this time. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Peace.
Hello and welcome to She Speaks.